Welcome back to the PTSD Princess Podcast. I'm Jerica Rose, your host. I survived homelessness, sexual, and verbal abuse. I'm here to guide you through your healing, growth, and reclaiming your self-love. So let's dive in. Hey, welcome back to another episode. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, hello, how you doing? Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're listening on the audio, don't forget to follow so you don't miss an episode. So yes, let's get into it. I want to talk about these boundaries. New year, new boundaries. It's like, ta-da! And I'm still learning this. Like I said, this podcast is all about being real, raw, vulnerable, and just giving to you straight up. Some of my life struggles, some of the stuff I've been through, some of the stuff that I can help you with. So we're going to talk about these boundaries because they aren't mean, they are magic. That's the reason why I named this episode, because they're really not mean, they're magic. And it all depends on how you express them. I mean, it probably come off a little aggressive, but boundaries are boundaries. Yes, we're going to talk about these boundaries. So the problem is people think setting boundaries is rude and selfish. And I'm not going to lie, I was the same person. Like, when people say, oh no, we're standing on business, no, we're standing on boundaries. That's how you really want to look at it. Because you can't look at it as if they're selfish and mean when really it's good for your mental health, it's good for your peace, it's good for your whole household, it's just good for you all around, you know? So I want to give you 3 tips to maybe help you on this boundaries journey, you know, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom and you feel like you're being run over or you don't have a say-so or you're not worthy, you feel lonely. This is where it's a great time to notice your boundaries and that they are not mean. So, tip number 1, we're going to flip the script. Think about boundaries as a way to protect your peace, not something to hurt others. So, if you're like a people person or you're a recovering people person, it'd be a little hard. You know, it'd be a little tough, to be honest. It's not easy. So you got to think about it as to protect your health, your mental health. Because if you keep saying yes to everything and knowing you're not capable to do it, then why say yes? You know? And if you feel like you don't know how to speak up for yourself, sometimes it's good to just write it down, practice it, visualize, see it, practice it in the mirror. You know, you can say it along with affirmations when it comes to talking about your boundaries and keeping them right in front of you so you'll know what's up. So we're going to flip that script. Tip number 2, we're going to challenge that guilt. So if you're worried about losing someone about a boundary, ask yourself, would I even want this relationship? Or would I even want a relationship where I can't be myself? Those are tough questions that you want to ask for yourself, literally, because if you feel like you're walking on eggshells around somebody or you like can't stick up for yourself or setting that boundary, it'll be a little tough, you know? So practice, practice, practice. I'm no, professional at this, but I've done some things that worked. So literally affirmations, writing it down, journaling, writing down what you're not going to tolerate anymore or what is hurting your mental health. You can write that down too. That way you'll know and you could track your progress and what's going on. So tip number 3, you're going to hype yourself up, bestie. Yes, girl, hype yourself up. It's okay. Like I do it in the morning. I do it sometimes when I'm feeling down or when I just feel like I've been laying in bed all day and I want to get my ass up because I do stay at home. Like I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have a toddler here and then I have my son. He goes to school. So when I'm just tired of like sitting in the bed all day, yes, I get my ass up and I hype myself up like, bitch, we about to do this. We about to do some laundry. We about to do some dishes. We about to do something to hype ourselves up. So we're going to feel good about standing up for ourselves this year. New year, new boundaries. So that's just what it is. And another thing I wanted to mention is if you have a parent that you feel like you're not close to, or you feel like you don't have like a close relationship with them and they're not good for your emotional health, it's okay to go get some help. Go to therapy or Go to a local mom group or talk to somebody you trust about your feelings and how you're feeling and what you're going through. Because to be honest, me and my mom, like, I love her to death, and I will go crazy if something happens to her. But it's like, I don't have really that close relationship with her. Like, I'm not that daughter to where, like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go see my mom. We're gonna go hang out. We're gonna go shopping. No, it's just more of a transaction with my mom. And it's sorry to say it's like that, but hey, I'm still here living with her. I had to come back here. It just is what it is. I've brushed and got into relationships, moved out on my own a couple times, and hey, shit fell to the floor, but it's okay because I have a chance to start over. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, how you're feeling, what you're going through. Find those people that's going to be there for your emotional support. So to run those tips back, those 3 tips, tip number 1 was flip the script. Okay, think about boundaries as protecting your mental and not hurting other people. Okay, challenge that guilt. Tip number 2, if you're worried about losing someone, ask yourself, would I even want a relationship where I can't be myself? That's a journal prompt that you might want to consider, for real, for real. And hype yourself up. That's tip number 2. That's just what we do. Especially when I was going through my postpartum days, like depression, when my man had to go to work and I was in the house by myself, I literally had to get up and hype myself up to make sure I am still that bad bitch that I am. It's hard, but I'm gonna get through it. So yes, that was tip number 3. Hype yourself up. So this year we are going to feel good about sticking up for ourselves. New year, new boundaries. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Let's do this. And thank you for coming back. If you are a return follower, subscriber, you are my friend pretty much. And if you are listening on the audio, thank you for following. And yes, I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.